This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah!
With no gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel!
And David Double D Dykstra.
And welcome into Bad Karma Wrestling.
BK Dub,
BK Dub, BK Dub. Here at Illinois Media School Studio. I'm David Double D Dykstra. I'm here with my tag team partner.
No gimmicks, Nick Johnston.
That's right. We're here to talk WWE. AEW. See, my mouth isn't working today. AEW, and we're gonna go into Scotty's world again today. It's gonna be interesting, as always, because Scotty being the noob that he is and doing all the research because he is a noob.
Yeah.
Although he did gift his sister a championship belt for her birthday, right, Scotty?
Yeah. And then he speared her and cashed in and took the title.
A little money in the bank action? Nice.
That's good.
Nice. It should have been a pink balloon.
Yeah.
You woman.
He wanted purple. Yeah. He wanted purple for Rhea, right? That's what he said.
He wanted a little tiffy time for himself.
That's in the bathtub.
Yeah. Shower time.
Yeah.
Mom said when the door's locked, you're not allowed to open the door.
It's time to schedule. There's a schedule, obviously.
All right, let's get into it.
Yes.
Let's get to the biggest news of all.
Yes.
That hit, what was it, yesterday, I believe?
Yeah. Yesterday morning.
WWE and TNA announced a multi-year partnership. Hey, AEW, I guess TNA didn't work out for you so much there, buddy. Yeah, I felt like that was one way. It was for Kenny Omega to get over.
It's still the same thing with WWE doing this thing.
I love the fact. Well, I mean, here's the thing.
We'll get Joe Hendry. Well, excuse me. With Joe Hendry, WWE will get Joe Hendry. WWE will get Jordan Grace. WWE will get any other TNA knockout.
Do you think this means Nemeth is in the Rumble now?
Sure, probably.
As Nick Nemeth?
The only thing I really want to see from this is Moose getting a push, but I mean, with him and his age, I don't know.
There's something weird going on there with Moose. I don't understand why AEW or WWE haven't made a push for him.
Yeah, there's got to be something. There's got to be some lingering issue. Maybe he doesn't like some wrestlers just don't like the hardcore travel. So might just the schedule for it. It can be damning. So I can see why. Yeah. But I mean, with TNA having a plethora of older WWE talent. I mean, like Rhino just retired. You
know who I'd like to see get a push? PCO.
Yes, absolutely. That would be nice. That would actually be pretty good. And obviously, you know, the older WWE roots.
PCO versus Penta. Book it.
That would actually be fantastic. I laugh, but that would actually be fantastic.
I mean, to me, I would like to see, to be honest with you, I'd love to see some NXT guys make a little push in TNA too.
Yeah, I think that could be the case, but I don't really see that benefiting TNA in any sort of way. I like what Brian Myers said, and I actually somewhat agree with it. The only thing that's kind of pushing them behind the mark is just a TV deal in my mind. I know there's a lack of talent in some degree, but you can build anybody up in any sort of fashion and start selling them. So
they had their marquee guy, but he's no longer with them, right?
Being who?
Alexander? Josh
Alexander. Yeah.
He's with the Maple Leaf.
Yeah.
Promotion now.
And I mean, you could maybe see him come making a WWE run possibly, but I don't know.
He's more, to me, he's more AEW.
I think so too.
He's all about great matches, going 30 to 60 minutes.
Yeah, he doesn't. The charisma side always went to Ethan Page from the North, so that's why. Yeah.
And look at Ethan's doing things.
Yeah, he is.
Ethan's doing things.
Getting slapped on the arse by The Rock, but otherwise that's just pretty good.
He was just on a podcast with Bully.
Oh, yeah?
And literally took Bully's questions and started ripping him up right in front of Bully. I'm like,
good.
This is great.
Yeah, Bully probably had some bad questions.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, I think this could probably lead to do you think it could be not a straight up crossover pay-per-view? I mean, just some sort of like special event
At what point, and I'm sure, so you would have to agree, because I'm sure it would be like, all right, we need to win the most matches, but we still want to get some of your talent over as well. For NXT, at least, I would assume.
I think it could be. There's always there's a way to make it nice and balanced where both sides can get over with a major talent still going over type deal.
Yeah, because I don't see you dropping titles unless unless that person's going to come to NXT or vice versa and win the title back like the next week or something.
Yeah,
like that.
exactly right. But I think with the large balance of former WWE talent, you get a lot of nostalgia moments. Maybe we get Hardy and the Hardys get another tag team run. Yeah, I saw that too. He wants
Matt does?
No, Jeff wants his retirement match with Punk. I think that's what he said.
It's not horrible.
No, it's not. Yeah, is his final match. Which
They had great chemistry together.
yeah, they did. They absolutely did. Yeah, that 09 SummerSlam, that 09 run was fantastic. Yeah, that was a match we should have had probably 10 years ago. I'm sure we probably did, but it is what it is.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. Overall, I mean, like I said, it could. I just hope it's not one-sided, and that TNA actually does benefit. Which people will say, "Oh, they did this and they did that," and then some nobody NXT talent is thrown over there to their Access TV show, and they're like, "See, WWE's helping." It's like, no, they're just giving them the scraps and saying that it's worth something, but. Yeah, I think this has a huge opportunity for a ton of people on that TNA roster if they do get the call over to have a quick match on NXT or have a squash match on Raw or something. Who knows?
It'd be nice to have.
Oh, yeah, exactly right.
I mean, Slamovich was there at NXT.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which I love Slamovich. Slamovich is amazing.
It's a great name.
Yeah. I'm gonna be interested to see if they try to do anything with Tessa Blanchard.
Yeah,
the girl that no major company wants.
Yeah, didn't want to touch her with a 10-foot pole. We'll see how that goes. Yeah.
Gotta get into this whole Corey Graves situation. Is it a work or is it real? Let me ask you, Mister. What do you believe it is?
I believe it's a shoot. I believe it's actually got some legs to it. I don't see how I really didn't see anything else from it other than just Corey's tweet itself saying like, hey, imagine working as hard as possible and then you get bumped basically not once but twice and now he's on NXT when Friday Night SmackDown's booming and Raw just went to Netflix. So yeah, I mean I think I would personally be pretty pissed off because we say every week he's one of the best WWE color guys that they have. How is he not on the main show?
Okay, so for me, and this is just me, and I'm sure I'll get backlash in the comments. Corey Graves to me, maybe number 3 all time color commentator
behind
Bobby Heenan first and foremost.
Yes.
Lawler, and then I think it's Corey.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. Very much fair to say. Yeah, you forget how great Jerry Lawler was as a colorist.
Jerry Lawler was fantastic for that era.
Yeah, exactly. As many puppy calls as he got, you actually got some solid back and forth between him and Ross.
But I will say this. To me, if this was more of a shoot, there'd be more coming down the pipeline.
How so?
I think this started off as him being pissed and venting. I really do.
Maybe.
I think Triple H is smart enough to go, all right, how can we spin this? And he came up with an idea for Corey.
Possibly. I just think that Corey's like a professional enough to not keep going and saying stuff online.
There were rumors, a year ago, 2 years ago, that Corey was thinking about making an in-ring return, maybe at the Rumble. I mean,
as nice as a story that would be, it would be one and done. Like, you're not going to give Corey Graves a title run. You're not going to give Corey Graves a...
Did you ever watch him on NXT?
I mean, forever ago, yeah.
One of my all-time favorite NXT guys. He's that good.
Yeah, again, sure, but it's...
Is he ever going to be a world champ? No. Could he hold the IC or US title? Absolutely.
No, I don't think so.
With the Lucky 13?
No
Hell
way.
yeah, he could.
No way. There's not enough push. There's not enough need for Corey Graves, I don't think, from the WWE. I don't think the WWE universe really is salivating.
I think if his
for a Corey
music
Graves
hit at the
match.
Royal Rumble,
Oh, anybody's music can hit at the Royal Rumble and they'll get a big pop. My music will play. I'll get a pop.
what the Mountain Dew in the morning?
Yeah, Mountain Dew it, or bananas in the morning, Mountain Dew at night. Like, no way.
It's no gimmicks. Coming down to the...
You'll hear Michael Cole. It was the worst kept secret. It's no gimmicks. It's no gimmicks.
I love that he leaned into it. Let's move on to that, because I do like the fact that Cole leaned into the fact that it was pretty much the worst kept secret in professional
Yeah,
wrestling.
because when you screw up, it's good to acknowledge it and just keep going. Because that was a I don't know, it's kind of annoying that we're just sitting here and just taking a big old dump on kayfabe. No one cares anymore, and you can sit there and say like, oh yeah, we're not gonna be insulting to the audience anymore, but it's just damn insulting to people that care about just the tradition of wrestling in some sort of way. So,
Well, let me
honestly,
ask you this. Does it make those guys that actually adhere to kayfabe that much cooler then? Now is kayfabe a cool thing because you are a wrestler?
No one respects it. No one cares. Everyone just wants
That's
it right
bull.
away.
I can name at least 2 dudes right now that are all about the kayfabe.
No, I know the wrestlers they do their kayfabe bit. Obviously, MJF, Austin Theory's been not Austin Theory. Grayson Waller's been fantastic at it.
Dominic Mysterio is
Drew McIntyre, yeah,
unbelievable.
Yes, but it added a little bit more. But the fans don't care still. Like
The
they
real
don't.
fans, I think, did.
Yeah, but then they should be more upset like I am that they're just taking a dump right in front of your face. Like, here you go. This is what you get.
How do you consider this them taking it? The fact that everything's leaked now.
Yeah, but still, you have to make the effort to still make it a show. Make it some sort of spectacular. I know, you get to that certain age where Santa's not real, but your parents still put on that front. That's what I want.
If it had happened,
put on a show.
If it had happened like it was supposed to happen, week 1 of them being on Netflix, it would have been awesome. Because then there was the speculation.
Yeah.
Is it Penta? Could it be Rey Mysterio? Who's going to challenge? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. But then The Rock came out and did a Moana bit, so.
Dude, I don't know
He was
how much,
just short of being like, what can I say except
I don't
you're
know
welcome.
how much tequila he had
Too
those
much.
2 days.
Yeah, no,
but
he
it was not good,
Yeah.
Dwayne. That's right. I called you
Give
Dwayne.
that man a set of keys right now.
I called you Dwayne. How you like
No,
me
he's
now?
acting like a Dwayne right now.
Yeah.
He's not acting like The Rock.
So let's get to the debut.
Penta's debut was good.
There were
It was a good showcase.
There were a couple missed spots.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And that to me was all on Penta.
Chalk it up to nerves.
Nerves and not knowing the rope tension.
Yeah.
Because that bottom rope guillotine.
Yeah, that leg drop he attempted.
It
didn't look good.
Well, the reason is because he didn't know the rope tension.
Yeah.
If you know the rope tension, you know how hard you got to go on it. So.
A couple slip ups like you mentioned, but this was a great showcase for Penta to if you haven't seen him before, you saw basically all of his moves, all that he can do, and what a great dance partner. I mean, Chad Gable sold.
That
He's just
Mexican
sold.
destroyer was the best soul destroyer
yeah.
I've seen in years.
My only part to that would just be, does the Mexican destroyer, but doesn't that just take away from the package pile driver bit that Cody Rhodes is recovering from still? Like, Sure. I mean, yeah, but again, it's just like it's again. I go to the argument of it was dog water in AEW for Penta to do the moves that he does, but as soon as he goes over to WWE, they're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it. He's amazing. Why didn't anybody else see him beforehand?"
Do you want me to be real?
Sure.
That's what happens when you're not properly promoted and pushed. Sorry.
What are you talking about?
AEW did nothing for him the last 3 years.
He was only what?
Did nothing for him. How many titles? How many singles titles did he win?
He was tag partners with Ray Phoenix for the past 2 years.
His brother.
He was the tag champions.
Not in the past. 2 years.
They were booked and pushed every single time that they were.
No, they jobbed.
What are you talking about?
In the past 2 years. Why do you think they wanted to leave AEW? It got stagnant. They were jobbing to other tag teams.
Yeah, because they had just won. But they were also getting singles runs. I don't understand. That, and they're also hurt every 5 minutes. So how can you give them
Ray's
a push?
hurt every 5 minutes. Penta's legit. I'm sorry. I think Penta is top 5 greatest luchador ever.
Oh, sure, yeah. I wouldn't argue with that.
And I'll say this much. If they do this right, he could have a run with a legit title.
Yeah, I think so too.
My worry is, oh, by the way, your favorite faction got transferred.
Who now?
Wyatt Six to SmackDown, baby.
Oh, okay.
Karrion Kross came out all mad. Let's get the Wyatt Six.
Yeah, the Jobber
Or Miz
6.
goes, let's get the Wyatt Six.
Yeah. Good luck, Jobber 6. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. We'll see. Let's see if they get a fresh start. Listen, to me, about as solid as a debut as you could hope for. Once again, dance partner being who the dance partner was. Amazingly well done by Chad Gable as well.
I mean, we'll see how it goes because we've seen four AEW stars now in the past 4 years go to WWE, and we see they did well with Cody, obviously. Incomplete on Penta, literally just got him. Nothing from Jade Cargill, and nothing from. I'll say 50-50 from Punk. You get the huge gates, but he's blown up and hurt after.
Nothing from Lexus King.
Yeah, nothing.
I'll say this.
I'll say a shining star right now for Ethan Page still.
Yes, I love what Ethan Page is doing. Shawn Spears is the weird one to me because he's doing decent matches, but here's the thing.
I think he's on the coaching side now.
That's what I'm thinking too. I think he's more of the producer, coach kind of guy, and he's cool with that.
I think so too. Yeah, I think you know your role.
What do you want, Scotty?
A lot of people are saying that, if you're an AEW talent, seeing what they did for Cody,
Oh yeah.
giving him a 2-year push, making Jade so protected over the course of her first year, Ethan Page taking over in NXT very quickly and rolling out the red carpet with Penta at the beginning. Should that be a sign for AEW talent that might be on the cusp of saying, hey, maybe I don't resign with AEW?
I think you're going to have specific wrestling types move to WWE that don't fit what AEW is now trying to do. Because AEW is finally doing what they started out doing, where they're having actual professional wrestlers having 4-star, 3-star matches almost consistently. It's why Daniel Garcia didn't go to the WWE, because Daniel Garcia doesn't fit what WWE is trying to do. I'm going to say
I think he kind of does to a certain extent, but he's not going
Kenny
to.
would be a superstar if he was in WWE.
Oh, 100%. And that's fair.
I think he would. There's enough there that they'd probably let him have some creative control.
Yeah, you would hope so.
Not a lot, but
Yeah, no, not to the extent that he would at AEW.
Let's bring this up since you kind of brought it up. According to PW Torch, Malachi Black told some people in AEW in the last year or two that he was burnout. So there's a lot of speculation that once his contract's up, he might retire or take a year off or two.
Yeah, and there was also the same counter from other performers and other talent there that, they were kind of as well. He might have been upset, sure, but they were also upset with him because he never wanted a job,
Yeah.
never wanted to do
It
anything.
says that as well, yeah.
And he was also on the shelf for a long time. So
Well,
that's not his fault necessarily.
They
but
said frequent claims of injuries.
Yeah.
So how legitimate were some of those injuries?
exactly
had?
right. So yeah,
Because
again,
he didn't like the way things were going.
Yeah, exactly. So I could see, being tough to work with could be a label thrown around, but yeah, I can all. It just doesn't seem happy. Didn't seem happy from the get go. But I mean, it was.
He
still,
thought it was going to be something else.
I think so. And I mean,
Especially with the juice that he had in WWE.
yeah,
I mean, and let's be real. Vince did everything that he could to bury that dude.
I know that was the problem. That was the thing. Him leaving NXT was probably the worst thing.
Him and Ricochet both leaving NXT was the worst thing that. Although Ricochet,
Right now, Ricochet's doing hot. His red hot.
my guy. Vince McMahon settles with the SEC. Good for you, Vince.
Yeah, I saw that, and then something. My dumb self. I thought it was with. I'm like, what? Alabama and Auburn. What do they got to do with Vince McMahon? But no, it's different. Completely
It's
different.
a different SEC.
Different
sir.
SEC for sure. They're the SEC that wants your money. So yeah, I also saw that, and there was something else about the. I'm gonna forget the name, but the other case that he's involved
Yeah,
in. So
they're trying to settle that one. out.
yeah,
Yeah.
trying to.
Funny
cook her
what
up.
happens when certain people get into office, eh?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I didn't see
Let
that.
him get into his wallet. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's. I'll get that out of petty cash. There you
Exactly.
go. On the bright side of things, was feared earlier this week that Melina had got caught up in the fires of Los Angeles. Luckily, she is fine.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
finally reached out. They got a hold of her. There was a lot of worry and speculation at the time that she was not doing well.
Yeah, obviously a huge concern at the time, but yeah, no, I mean these were devastating LA fires.
Yeah,
just
by the
throughout.
way, thoughts and prayers to everybody
Yeah.
out in LA.
Shout out to all the firefighters.
Yeah, all
obviously
the first
LA,
responders
yeah,
out there.
absolutely.
100%. Yeah.
No, it's just a scary situation on all regards. Just
Those
glad.
Santa Anta wins, man. They'll get you every freaking time.
Yeah, I didn't hear any other reports of any other wrestlers or anybody else in
No,
distress. But obviously,
Melina.
if they, if someone lost their house or something like that, that's obviously devastating. Do what you can. It's
Yeah.
it's awful. It's awful.
Well, here's the messed up part, and I heard this from Kenny Smith last night on the NBA pre-show.
yeah.
A lot of those people, their houses aren't insured for fire because California won't let them.
Yeah.
That's bogus, man.
I mean, there's a completely different claim I think that they have to make, and it's super expensive. And for some, obviously, they can make the move, but for others, it's just like not even worth it.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't even see that. Yikes!
There you go.
Yikes!
There you go. Anything else you want to bring up for WWE?
No, I don't think so. Off the top of the dome,
It'll
I
be
can't.
interesting to see what TNA and NXT come up with. Two brilliant minds working together should be
Yeah,
interesting.
actually, now that you say that, maybe that's the crossover. Maybe they do a TNA and NXT pay per view instead of a. Yeah, they could do a.
Bring back Invasion
That could be
and
the
do
case.
it right this time.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Not have Vince McMahon come out there and slam his jacket down and go,
Led by Brian Myers.
good Lord.
Is that going to be the only way that Matt Cardona goes back into WWE as Matt Cardona because he'll be under a TNA contract?
I heard there was speculation that he's going to sign with AEW soon.
Okay. All right. We'll see how that goes.
So let's see how that goes. Because he does not fit that AEW mold that is going on right now.
The AEW mold or the
Yeah.
WWE mold?
The AEW mold.
Yeah.
He fits WWE.
Yeah.
He fits WWE.
I mean,
no.
like I said, he should have been ROH title.
I think he would have already signed with WWE if they'd have let him keep Matt Cardona.
Yeah,
but they want
exactly.
him back as Zach.
We'll see. We'll see if Radio is at the Royal Rumble.
All right, when we come back, let's hit on some AEW.
Throughout the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, Judy Finelli established herself as a masterful juggler and performer, making appearances everywhere from Carnegie Hall to Sesame Street. With her loving heart, she has brought warm smiles to children everywhere she has performed. She even started the San Francisco School for the Circus Arts, but shortly after, she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and by 2004, she was completely paralyzed. In celebration of her accomplishments and to fight the illness that had crippled Judy, a group of students from the San Francisco Clown College have compiled the perfect holiday present for those who want to laugh and to help those struggling with the illness. The goal has been set at $1 million raised, with 100% of any dollar made to be donated to the Judy Finelli Fund, which is helping find a cure to multiple sclerosis. Visit www.circuscenter.org to make a donation or to purchase a framed naked clown photo or the full Naked Clown 12-month calendar. Remember, 100% of every dollar is donated and goes to fighting MS.
Man, I'm so hungry. I need somewhere to eat fast. I have no idea where to go.
Psst. Hola, me llamo El Taco de Taco. You know where to go for the amazing taste that'll have you craving more? Taco Bell.
Can I get 20 tacos, please?
You got it.
Thanks, Taco.
De nada.
Good. That's it. Eat the tacos.
Taco Bell. Live más.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah.
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel.
and David Double D Dykstra.
We're back. Hello. Bad Karma Wrestling here at Illinois Media Studio. I'm here with my boy No Gimmicks Nick Johnson. I'm David Double
Yes,
D
sir.
Dykstra. Time to hit some AEW, and I guess the biggest story coming out of AEW this week. Joe's gonna kill you. Joe's gonna kill. Samoa Joe comes back, and I love that Taz takes the credit. Love it when a plan comes together. I'm
Yes.
just like, of course.
Well, well, sidebar. I am glad that Taz is back. He had this knee surgery, so I'm glad to see him back. It's to some extent. I don't know if he's going to be back full time. Just get back in the realms. But it was because Hook was there, so that was good to see.
Yeah, another wasted talent.
He's like 19 years old, dude.
Come on, man.
We're all-
You gotta strike. That dude was hot.
Yeah.
Like white
Nothing's
fire
stopping him
hot.
from being that white hot again.
Yeah, Christian Cage is.
I guess so, but
Trash.
they'll definitely have that. That was the. I guess that might have been the follow through from it. I don't know.
Yeah, well, to me, great to see Samoa Joe back.
Yeah.
That trio together is badass and comedy intertwined. Shibata needs to go back to using his phone
Yeah, that'd be
because it's hilarious when he does.
yeah, it's great.
Couple other things. MJF catching a little bit of heat
yeah,
for a comment that he made, and I didn't think it wasn't the comment that I thought it was going to be, saying that Jeff Jarrett kills promotions.
oh, that's what people were.
Yeah, that's why they're mad.
I saw everyone more up in arms because they were mad of his Owen Hart comments.
Listen,
The people were all more upset. They're like, well, they might even be more mad at Martha too. They're like, oh, you don't want him to go into the WWE Hall of Fame, but you're okay with this being thrown around. Which,
to me,
again, not that nothing was
low-
outlandish.
low-hanging fruit with the Owen Hart stuff, but to say Jeff Jarrett is a promotions killer,
That's pretty good.
I mean,
I like that. I like the Kurt Angle mention reference there. you can taste mine and an Olympic gold medalist's balls when you're done.
By the way, if you watch it on Max, completely uncensored.
Oh, nice. Didn't know that.
Completely uncensored.
Love that.
S-bombs.
Yeah.
Everything. Yeah. Completely uncensored.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think that was. I don't think he's going cold. I don't believe in Conan's little bit because he's just so out of touch. It's not even funny. But I think this was kind of exactly that low hanging fruit. Just we've seen this type of MJF promo before where he just attacks the person.
It's his wheelhouse.
Yeah, exactly. So if it's a way of, I thought it was fine, a way of getting heat on this. Again, is it lazy to a certain extent? Maybe, but they don't have any other time of them running into each other. So it's a good way to get it started off. I think it should be an okay match. Jeff Jarrett has his spots from time to time, but I'm not going to put too much and invest too much into this.
It takes. This is what I know what they're doing with MJF. I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to build back up that the heel heat.
Yeah.
So I understand why they're starting off with Jeff Jarrett, because Jeff Jarrett trying to make that last run,
That
man.
last outlaw, he's got to make one more run.
But to me, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, and I can respect MJF for saying, I want to work with a legend.
Yeah.
Let's see how we can make this work.
Yeah, I think there's a chance at some good there for sure.
For sure. Action Bronson on the AEW locker room says he wasn't called back in any kind of shape, form, or fashion, and described the locker room as cliquey.
Yeah. It was kind of pretty quick on the podcast he was on. It's the bald guy that also does the UFC, and he used to cover the UFC, and he does a ton of WWE stuff too.
Jimmy Smith?
No, he's the real straight up mark that just hates AEW.
Oh,
I forgot his name, but
I'll put it to you this way: all locker rooms are cliquey.
yeah, I would think so too. And he even asked him too. He goes like, "Were you looking to be like welcomed?" He goes, "No," but like they were. It's still like I can notice that how it was, but I don't know. I would just kind of put it as it's one person at one time coming into your locker room and just automatically can have that that label, and then people again the idea of like, oh, AEW is dead now. They've been saying that since they started, so I don't think that's going to be the case, but. Overall, I mean, I thought that was good. I know kind of picking back to Maximum Carnage. I mean, Kenny Omega's debut again was solid. So I think
He was all right.
Yeah, him and Brian Cage going back and forth. He looks weird when he looking like Hugh Jackman right now.
I hate what has become of him, because I used to be such a huge Brian Cage fan.
I know, it's a little tough.
Huge Brian Cage fan.
I think this is what we were talking about though, where just. Enough torn muscles and enough just injuries kind of threw him back a little bit.
Who else is going to band together with Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay, do you believe?
Oh, man.
Do you think this is where...
This is where we're going to get our Golden Lovers?
Yeah, and then have the other half of Aussie Open?
Oh, that would be fantastic. A way to get Aussie Open back together.
No, I'm saying Aussie... The other guy from Aussie Open's on Ospreay.
Oh, with Omega and that. Oh, yeah, that could be the case too. I like that. And a little, that'd be fun. And then almost have a
8-man tagger.
Yeah, again against the Don Callis family, between what would be Takeshita, the Proto Star Fletcher.
Which I don't know if I like that name.
You don't like the Proto Star?
I'm not sure if I like it.
Yeah, I don't really.
It's really close to Porno Star.
Yeah, that's true. That is dangerously close. Yeah, overall I think that could be solid. I think that was really cool again to see. While they were laid out, it was still pretty cool to see Omega and Will Ospreay in the ring together.
Yeah. I'm interested about this one. Mark Henry wishes everyone would listen to Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah, not our Dustin Rhodes, William Rhodes, but Dustin Rhodes, the brother of Cody Rhodes.
In what capacity?
I think Dustin's just been like spewing off probably some knowledge backstage to some extent, probably helping out the guys in some sort of way, like probably just the little things. But Tony Khan's the one that signs the checks at the end of the day and tells everyone what to do. So I think maybe that's what Mark was trying to get at.
Tony should listen to Dustin a little bit more.
I think that's what he was probably trying to say. He was saying like hey, everyone should listen to Dustin. I think he was like, hey Tony, you should really listen to Dustin.
All right, I can't disagree. Dustin's got a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
I could really see him embracing that Dusty Rhodes kind of role if he ever comes back to WWE.
Yeah. I think he would be a great coach. He'd be a great producer. He'd be a great book if you gave him the chance, or a great booker maybe.
I want one more Gold Dust run though. I want one. Just give me one more Gold Dust run. That's it. That's all I want. And have Cody go Stardust.
Only if Goldust is the Tourette's Goldust. That's the one I want.
Him and Booker together were
Yeah.
freaking amazing. Amazing. All right. Before we get to the PWI Awards, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Number one contender, Toni Storm.
Yes.
Does she show up at the Aussie pay-per-view as timeless Toni Storm, or do you think this is a long game?
I think this is still a long game. I mean, she's a rookie now. I love that the crowd was chanting that, like as if it was like a high school or like a college basketball game. She's a rookie.
That's amazing.
Oh, it was so good. So I mean, and again, and Mariah May playing into it as well. She did some movie. Goes, oh, it's pretty good for a first time or something like that. Oh yeah, I love this bit going around. I think she should carry this into the Australian Open.
One on a schoolboy too.
That's
a schoolboy roll up.
Yeah,
I love it.
Love it. Absolutely.
Love every moment of it. That leads us to PWI Awards were announced. Toni Storm, hello, number one woman in wrestling. Yes, please. I would put Rhea Ripley number 1B though.
I'm sorry, this can't be real. They have tag team of the years Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. That's ridiculous. That's so dumb.
Who's underneath them?
I don't see the runners up, but I just that should be already
That's
no
sacrilege.
No, absolutely not. You're never ever, and I mean I'll keep saying ever because you're never ever buying a ticket just to see Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair.
Ever.
It's not happening.
Ever.
So get the hell out of here with tag team of the year. No.
Ever.
They're not on TV. They've been guests this is getting me so mad right now. Like they've been in the seats at pay-per-views more often than they've had matches. It's so ridiculous. What are we even doing? Who does these?
Obviously not.
Pro Wrestling Illustrated is wrong. Like 1,000 times over.
What were some of the other ones? Give me some of the other ones.
Comeback of the year is Liv Morgan. Sure. Mariah May.
Whoa. How is that a comeback of the year? Like a year and a half ago.
Well, CM Punk came back from 10 years of no wrestling. So
Yeah. What the hell? Good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
Mariah May, most improved wrestler of the year.
Just left me hanging, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see it out of the peripheral. It's my bad.
It's good.
Most hated wrestler, Dominic Mysterio. Yeah.
It's either him or MJF.
Yeah, I'm sure. But he's our scumbag, so I think MJF is fine in that result. Rookie wrestler of the year is Kalani Jordan. I would go Toni Storm again, but
How are you not going to have Oba Femi?
there you go. Yeah,
How are you not going to have Oba Femi?
that's true.
North American champion for almost the whole year, and now is the NXT champion. No. Not that I'm aware. He's only been around for like a year.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he got wrestler of the year. Let's see what else did he got.
It's-
That would be good. Get him on make him a tackle. Be great. And then the last one I see is indie wrestler of the year is Mustafa Ali.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either.
He's been killing it on the indies.
Yeah, absolutely.
With
I mean,
his
the other
campaign trail.
Yeah, him between what, Matt Riddle? No, I mean,
Well, Matt Riddle's signed now.
yeah, it's true. Wrestler of the year. Inspirational wrestler. Let's to be fair, they're all made up, but that is the most outlandish. That is the most. Yes.
Who would you give most inspirational to? I know who I'd give it to, but
most inspirational?
stop your shenanigans.
No, I mean, yeah, maybe the gimmick in me would say Nia Jax.
Sami
Zayn.
Sami Zayn to me is a very inspiring wrestler.
Can you give it to Chris Bay just for the feels? Just because get well soon, Chris Bay. Hopefully you're doing well.
That's true. Jay would.
What, inspired because he said no to drugs because Travis Scott was smoking right next to him?
He did not inhale that smoke.
He did
sir.
not. Yeah, he said, thank God he just said no.
Anything else you want to talk about?
AEW
wise?
I don't think so. I think we're just about good there. Yeah, like I said, overall, Maximum Carnage was okay. I liked and I didn't like the building that they were in all at the same time. I think it was because the crowd was kind of flat, but I liked.
It's Cincinnati.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just let's spade a spade here, ladies and gentlemen.
I wish they got it. Maybe could I like Joey Votto show up or something really quick?
Hey, at least we're not interviewing Matt Eberflus for a defensive coordinator job.
You're damn right. Love it.
All right, when we come back, time to go to Scotty's World here on Bad Karma Wrestling.
Hey, watch your mouth. Why? I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work. I've been drinking Coors since my college days. The cold draft taste is second to none. Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right? You know it, mother.
Hey, you get those reports done?
Yeah. No. You, sir. Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
That is all. Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. Mr. Boss. Hey, sir, go yourself. You're fired! The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah.
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel.
and David Double D Dykstra.
What's up, Scotty? You done pissed me off, so let's go to Scotty's world.
We're gonna play a little this or that. I'm gonna give you.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys decide between two things, just different categories. I'm just gonna ask you questions. Give me your personal preference.
All right.
So like this one, what's better match stipulation? A ladder match or a cage match? Which one would you rather?
Nowadays, it's the ladder match. But when I was growing up, it was all about the cage.
Yeah, I would say that too. I just not to get the technical side. It all depends on who's in the match. Obviously, it all depends on style and preference there. But I'd probably go cage match because that's like the ultimate, like the grudge match. That's when everyone's building over.
Is it a Hell in the Cell or is it cage?
Hell in a Cell and War Games.
Okay. But even then, like a ladder match is only like for a title. Like you can have a grudge match, steel cage match, and just exactly, yeah. But yeah, that also falls in that same thing where the ladder match, the Money in the Bank is probably most sought after.
Ladder.
I'm a lean cage. I'm a lean cage because the moonsault off the cage is always fun.
For some, the undercard wrestlers, what would you rather see them? A backstage promo or a vignette?
Oh, so when like you're starting up
A push for somebody?
yeah, I'd go vignette because vignettes.
I love vignettes.
Yeah, a well edited vignette there's no topping it. You can really
what made Edge get over when he first came out.
Exactly.
No one knew what the hell he was about.
It could you watch old vignettes of like nobodies and you're like, damn, like they put some. This guy must have been a world champion. You're like, no, he had 3 matches on SmackDown and petered out.
Andrew had a good one.
Sure.
Los Guerreros.
Oh yeah. Okay. Hell yeah.
Los Guerreros, lie, cheat, and steal. Those were what got Los Guerreros over.
I remember. I mean, like, really want to pull ones like the old Sean O'Hare vignettes. Those were pretty good. Like, I'm not telling you something you don't already know. That's something I would. I hate that he passed away the way that he did and so young. That was a very unfortunate one. He had so much talent.
What else you got, Scotty?
Which title do you think looks better? The WWE Universal or the AEW World?
I mean, AEW.
I love the fact that he didn't even put in the best title, bar none.
Yeah, I mean,
what the bet? If you had to choose, Scotty, which title do you consider the best looking title in all of professional wrestling?
probably the winged belt.
No, I'm not. I'm talking current.
Oh, current.
I like the look of the heavyweight championship.
Screw that.
I like the United States title.
There you go. It's the U.S. title. That U.S. title is amazingly well done.
Yeah.
Amazingly well done.
Yeah.
But if I'm gonna choose one, to me, the AEW title is too big.
There's way more. There's a lot more diamonds in it. The Universal title is
Cubic
just a giant
Zirconia?
W. The WWE title is just a W.
W.
Yeah, just
W?
it's there for Wumbo. That's it. That's all it stands for.
Just saying. Spinner title got old.
Yeah, that's been it. No, I like that they
The
fixed
U.S.
it in place.
spinner title was awesome.
Yeah, we go back to the U.S. title. Love it.
Now that they're both partners of the parent company, who's a TNA guy or an ROH guy?
I think Ring of Honor back in the day probably had better standout matches, but I grew up kind of watching TNA. It was more accessible to me, so I'm gonna lean TNA.
I'll go ROH. Are we talking right now? Now?
Oh, right now.
I'm still going ROH.
Okay.
Better matches.
Yeah, I mean better
And
matches.
their women's division is better than the AEW women's division.
Yeah, for sure. I'll stick with TNA with my logic of I think I just grew up with it. And I like the older TNA product, even though it was brutal at times.
Last one, and I'd like to hear what Nick would say on this one.
Oh boy.
Would you rather watch a pay-per-view on TV at home or in the second or third level of the arena?
I think I know yours. There's something to be said about being at and it also depends which company are you talking about. AEW, I'll go upper level with AEW just because the atmosphere is fun.
Yeah.
WWE is a little bit different. AEW to me, I don't care where I sit, it's a good time. WWE, I'd want to be in the lower bowls. And
let's see stuff. Yeah.
And I mean, we were looking at tickets and they were like what, 150 a pop for upper bowl?
Oh, more than that.
For upper bowl.
For upper bowl, for 400 level at Royal Rumble, when I was looking, it was right around $450.
And that's why we're having a watch party at my place.
Yes, exactly.
Or actually, I should say my girlfriend's place.
There we go. Exactly. I'll pick a second level ticket or just being in the building over anything. I know, there's some matches where it's like,
you
okay,
get
maybe
spoiled though because you go to the indie ones and you're like right there.
I know. That is very true. Yeah, basically just short of it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'll take being in the building over just watching it on TV.
It depends. Like I think we're very spoiled as Chicago wrestling fans.
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%.
I'll be honest with you. My first ever wrestling event my dad took me to was in Altoona, Pennsylvania, at the Joffrey Mosque.
Love that.
Want to know what the title match was?
Go ahead.
Hulk Hogan versus Dr. Death.
Steve. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. Love it.
The Joffrey Mosque.
More specifically, the Joffrey one.
That was the name of the place. I don't know if it was an actual mosque. It was called the Jaffa Mosque. And it was in Altoona. It was actually, believe it or not, same town that the assassin got caught.
Oh, okay. There you go. Fun fact.
I laughed when that came out. I was like, are you kidding me? You got caught in Altoona, Pennsylvania at a McDonald's. Of all the Curve. How do you know about the Curve?
Bro, I play MLB The Show. Come on now.
How do you know the Curve?
The
Curve is legend. The horseshoe curve is legendary.
Nah, I'm not aware.
It literally, it's a road.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the Altoona curve?
That's fun.
Eh.
What were you saying before? What were you saying before him, Scotty?
When he said that, it reminded me on Twitter we met this week that some church was doing a wrestling matches in between their sermon.
That's awesome.
Church. So
That's amazing.
They come out, preach like a letter from St. Paul, and then it'd be like a 10-minute wrestling match.
Love that.
And then it'd be the gospel reading, and then it'd be a 10-minute wrestling match.
Yeah.
So good.
Don't tell me one of them was.
Whatever promoter thought of that is brilliant.
Did they have David versus Goliath in a match? Come on. Yes. I love that. Love that.
There's Wrestling Jesus is out there.
He is out there.
He is out there. He doesn't touch anybody. He just and they fly.
It's fantastic.
Oh, by the way, I'm going through all the first year pay-per-views. I forgot about Street Fighter.
Oh yeah,
and they did the Hadouken, and everybody went flying, and I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's so gimmicky.
Yes.
Anything else you want to bring up?
No, we're all out of this or that for the week.
Yeah, I'll have more for next week.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. No, this will be good. I think depending on what time I get out of here, I might be going to the Chicago style wrestling today, so that ought to be fun. Gringo Loco is going to be there, and then the guy that goes hum. He was like the singer.
Adrian?
Yeah, the Drama King. Yeah, Adrian.
Is he wrestling? Or
Yeah,
is
he is.
just
He's wrestling Warhorse. Yeah.
Whatever happened to Warhorse? He was so hot for a while.
He's been like a mainstay at Chicago style wrestling. So maybe he just has a place here and has some sort of. He's been getting booked consistently. They have
If you go tonight, see if any of them want to come on our show.
Between that or just put on our resumes. We'll see what's going on.
All right, that's going to do it for us this week on Bad Karma Wrestling. For me, David Double D Dykstra.
No gimmicks, Nick Johnston.
Have a great weekend there, buddy. Bye.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah.
With no gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel.
and David Double D Dykstra.